Hola estudiantes. In this video we are going to talk about the chart. Sometimes I kind of want to say it like those little aliens in Toy Story, like that chart, because we use this chart so much in class. It determines who will go and who will stay. If you know the information on the chart, then you will be fine. And if you don't, then you're going to need to review this video again because it's really, really important. Now, when I talk about the chart, I'm talking about this single vertical line with two horizontal lines. That's the chart. The information on the chart that I have is all the subject pronouns, which we talked about in the subject pronouns video. And those are really important things to know. I'm going to talk about what the chart is used for because we're going to use this chart for every single verb that we learn in class ever. Okay? So it's super important. So just to review what the pronouns mean, yo is for I, to talk about myself. Tú is you, familiar. Sorry. Él is he, ella is she, and usted is you, formal. Nosotros and nosotras both mean we. Remember, nosotros is when it's a masculine or mixed gender group, and nosotras is feminine. Vosotros and vosotras are y'all, you all, familiar. And again, this section's only used in Spain. And then ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Ellos and ellas both mean they, and ustedes is y'all, formal in Spain, or just you all anywhere else in the world. Okay, so the thing that makes it easiest to remember information about the chart. First of all, each section has something in common. Okay, let's start with this side of the chart, the left-hand side of the chart. One thing that you may have already noticed is that all of the things that we talk about on this half of the chart are singular. They're about one person and one person only. Me by myself, talking to one person, or talking about he, she, or you formal, or talking to you formal. Okay, those are all things that are singular. Okay, so the left-hand side of the chart is singular, and it's always going to be forever and ever until the end of days, all right? So all of the things that we use on this left-hand side of the chart are singular. So when you're trying to think about which pronoun should I use, one of the things that you can ask yourself, and this should be the first question as you ask, is how many people are in this sentence? Is it one? If it's one, then it has to come from this side of the chart. All of these are sort of taken out of the realm of possibility. It has to be from the left side. All of the options on the right side of the chart, if this side's singular, are going to be plural. This one, this section right here is me with other people. Me plus others, we. This section right here, vosotros and vosotras, is y'all. I'm talking to a group of familiar people. And down here, ellos, ellas, and ustedes, they, I'm talking about a group of people, and it has to be more than one. If it's not, then it's from over here. Okay? And ustedes, you all, formal, if you're in Spain, or just you all, any group, if you're anywhere else. All right. So the other thing that makes it easy, if you're trying to decide which pronoun or which form of a verb should I use, is to, first of all, ask yourself, is there one person or more than one? You can eliminate half your options if you ask yourself that question. The next part, once you've gotten it narrowed down sort of, you can ask yourself is you can look at the chart from this way, okay? You can look at it from these two instead of just left and right. You can look at the first, second, and third sections, okay? So if you want to think about the first section, you're going to ask yourself, am I in this sentence? If I'm not in the sentence, then these two are not options. If I am in the sentence, then these two are the only options that exist. If I'm in the sentence by myself, then it's from this side. If I'm with other people, then it's from that side. End of story. Okay, I can't use any of these if I am the subject. Okay, if I'm in the subject. Okay, so these two are going to include me. Me by myself, me singular, me plural. All right, secondly, this section, the middle section, is going to talk to someone I know. Okay, one person, familiar, that I know. Okay, a familiar person, or a familiar group of people in Spain. Okay, so if I'm talking to my mom, I'm going to use the to form. If I'm talking to my parents in Spain, I would use the vosotros because I'm talking to a group of people that I'm familiar with. And even though your parents are older than you, usually if you live with the person, then you'd use a familiar form of speaking. Down here, the bottom part, what these have in common are the fact that they are used to talk about someone, okay? For the most part, okay? El and ella and ellos and ellas, all of these are used for talking about someone, okay? This is when I'm talking about one person, and these are when I'm talking about a group of people. It does not include me. I'm not going to use this one. I'm not talking to them, okay? I'm going to use ellos or ellas, okay? Usted and ustedes are a little bit different because these can be used to talk about someone, sort of like these, okay? Except that you need to remember that usted is formal and usted is used in all Spanish-speaking countries. Ustedes is also formal if you're in Spain or if you're anywhere, okay? Ustedes is always a good option if you are wanting to be formal or if you're not sure if you should be formal or informal with a group of people. Okay, so let's kind of do a review. Which one of these would I use if I was talking about my friend Sally? Okay, the correct answer would be ella, because I'm talking about her. Okay, which one would I use if I was talking about Sally and myself, and I'm the person talking? That would be nosotras, because we are both girls. If it's me and Sally and I'm saying we, because we're both girls, I would use nosotras. Okay, let's say I'm talking about all of you, my students, okay? Let's say I'm going to do the process of elimination on that one. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I'm going to ask myself, well, is there one person or more than one person in this group? Since I'm talking about the students, that's the subject, is it singular or plural? It's plural, so I'm going to draw from this side of the chart. I'm going to get rid of all these options. Okay, then I'm going to ask myself, am I in this group? Nope, because I'm talking about the students. Okay, I'm the person talking. Am I talking to all of you in Spain? Nope, probably not. You're not in Spain. And even if I was, we're not talking about or to you anyway. I'm talking about all of you. And since that's a mixed gender group, I would use ellos. Okay, if I was just talking to all of the girls, or I'm sorry, about all of the girls, then I would use ellas. Okay, so hopefully that makes it a little bit more clear. In the next video that I'm going to post, we are going to look at some practice examples of when we would use each of these pronouns with some pictures. Adios!